Welcome to our Christmas edition of Storytellers. My name is Paul, and I want to tell you a story about the best Christmas gift I ever received. So, I grew up in a family that didn't have a lot of money. After the normal bills were paid and everyday expenses taken care of, to be honest, we rarely had 2 nickels to rub together. What that meant was most years I could expect a new package of socks, a new package of underwear, and 1, maybe 2 small gifts for Christmas. My parents meant well. They really did. But most of the time they missed the mark with getting me tapes, cassette tapes of like Iron Butterfly. Do you remember Iron Butterfly, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida and things? And bands like Steppenwolf, which needless to say were not the popular bands of the 90s. And then, of course, what would Christmas be without the nuts and fruit found in my stocking? So now, I was a real active kid. I was always riding my bike and playing outside. And outside of our house, we had this detached garage where I would go and I would pretend that I was playing basketball against the best basketball players on the planet. I would stay outside for hours pretending that I was Michael Jordan hitting the game-winning shot over the big, bad New York Knicks. No offense if you're a Knicks fan, but the positive things about playing basketball with no basket is that you always hit the game winner, which I did miraculously time and time again. Well, my parents noticed how much I played basketball. I took my basketball everywhere. And when I wasn't playing basketball outside, I was either watching it on TV or I was playing my favorite game, Double Dribble, on the Nintendo. I pretty much ate, breathed, and slept basketball. Go Mavs. Well, Christmas morning came and I woke up super excited to open presents. They handed me each present one by one, and I opened the package of socks. Then I opened the package of underwear. Then they gave me my stocking, so I got the fruit and the nuts. But out of the corner of my eye, I could see one more present under the tree. They handed it to me, and I tore open the wrapping as fast as I could. And what I found was a small basketball goal set that I could hang over the door in my room. I remember politely smiling and pretending to be excited to not hurt my parents' feelings. But inside, I was devastated. As we started to clean up, my mom asked me to go out to the garage and change the laundry from the washer to the dryer. Now it was cold outside, and I always hated going out to that garage by myself because it just creeped me out. But I said, yes, ma'am, and I went outside anyway. I turned the corner of the house and looked towards the garage, and standing right in front of the garage was a full-size 10-foot basketball goal, complete with a brand new basketball. I was speechless. I was so excited, I ran back into the house screaming, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," at a decimal that probably only dogs could hear. I ran back outside and I played on that goal for hours and hours and hours. When the sun went down, I came back inside the house, sat down on the couch, and told my parents. I said, "Mom, Dad, this was the best Christmas ever." So what about you? What was the best gift you remember getting? So if I could, I would like to tell you one more story about the greatest gift of all. Many years ago, a man named Joseph and a woman named Mary lived in a small, out in the middle of nowhere town called Nazareth. Now, they weren't royalty and they weren't wealthy, but they were excited because they were going to give birth to a very special baby. Now, at that time, the ruler of the land made everyone go back to their homeland of their ancestors to be counted for a census. So Mary, if you can imagine this, Mary, who was 9 months pregnant, and Joseph made the 70-mile trip to a town called Bethlehem. Now, they didn't have fast chariots or fast horses, so the trip probably took at least 3 days or more to arrive. When they arrived, the small town of Bethlehem was incredibly busy. And since there were no Hiltons and Marriotts at the time to stay in, they went door to door to try to find a place to sleep. But by the time Joseph and Mary arrived, not one room in the whole town was left. After much searching, they decided to rest in one of the nearby stables. And in this dark and smelly stable, the greatest gift of all, Jesus, was born. They wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a nearby feeding trough. Mary and Joseph were so excited because the birth of their baby boy was not only good news for them, but good news for the entire world. In a nearby field, God sent an angel to shepherds who were watching their sheep to announce the baby's arrival. The angel told them that this was no ordinary baby. He said that this baby was to be the Savior of the world and to bring people back to God. The shepherds were so excited, they dropped everything and went to worship this brand new baby boy. And people have been worshiping him ever since. You see, God sent his son Jesus to rescue us, to rescue you, and to rescue me from our sins, and to invite us to be a part of God's family forever. Jesus truly is the greatest gift of all. If you'd like to learn more about this gift that God gave, I'd like to invite you to our Christmas Eve service on December 24th at 5:30 p.m. at the Georgetown Church of Christ. Or if you can't make it in person, please feel free to watch online at facebook.com/gtowncoc. If you have any specific questions that we can answer, or you would like to learn how to become a Christian, or if you would like to join our church family, please contact us. Please call us at 512-863-3071 or email us at info@georgetowncoc.org. May you and your family have a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.